guys, welcome back to JavaFlair, where we make learning Java simple and fun. In today's video, we are learning about typecasting in Java. This is nothing but the process of converting one data type into another is known as typecasting. This is one of the most important concept in real world programming because we often deal with different types of data types that need to interact with each other. Now let us try to understand what is typecasting. Typecasting simply means converting one type of data into another type. There are mainly two kind of typecasting in Java. First one is widening, second one is narrowing. Widening is also known as auto typecasting, which is nothing but moving from smaller box to a bigger box. Narrowing is also known as manual casting, which is nothing but squeezing a bigger box into a small box. Let us now try to understand each type of typecasting in a more detailed manner. First, let us try to understand what is widening typecasting. As I already specified, it is also known as automatic typecasting. We call this as automatic typecasting because Java does this automatically. Let us try to take an example and understand this concept in a more detailed manner. For example, consider you're converting byte into an int or int into a double. You might be in a confusion. Let me explain this in a more detailed way. In previous lectures, we have studied that byte is shorter than int and int is shorter than double. So, you can assign the value of byte into an int data type and an int into a double data type. This is also known as one of the safe way of typecasting because we don't lose any data over here. Now let's move to IntelliJ and try to understand this in a more better manner. I'll be creating a class called widening example and as usual the main method. I'm creating a variable byte value of type byte and I'm assigning 10. Byte value is equal to 10. Int value is equal to byte value, which is nothing but I am storing a byte value in an int value. This is known as automatic typecasting. Another example is I am creating a variable of type double. Double value is equal to int value, which is nothing but I stored byte value in an int value. Now I am storing the int value into a double value. Let me try to print all this information and observe the results. System.out.println byte value plus byte value system.out.println int value plus int value system.out.println double value plus double value. Let me save this program and compile it for you guys. Let me now run this program. You can see the byte value is 10, the int value is printed as 10 and double value is printed as 10.0. We didn't lose any information in auto typecasting. Now let us move to further topic and understand exactly what is narrow typecasting. Is also known as manual typecasting. This is where the programmer must tell the Java to convert the value from one data type into another data type depending on their desire. You do it by writing the target type in parentheses. But be careful, narrowing can cause data loss. Now let us move to IntelliJ and try to understand this in a more detailed way. I'm creating a class narrowing example and a main method public static void main string args double decimal value is equal to 15.75. This is nothing but I have created a data type of decimal and I am storing the value in it as 15.75 And next I'm creating a variable int value is equal to parenthesis int close the parenthesis decimal value, which is nothing but I am specifying Java to convert double value into an integer value, where we'll be losing the decimal value when we store it into an int value variable. You will get to know how actually this works when we print the value to the console. So let us do that. System.out.println double value plus decimal value. System.out.println int value after typecasting plus int value. Let me save this and run the code. Okay, observe it neatly that in double value, the value is printed as 15.75, but int value after typecasting is printed as 15, which is nothing but it truncated the value that was present after decimal point. Let us try to understand how does all this works. Widening is nothing but Java automatically promotes smaller data type to be stored into a larger data type. But in narrowing, you must exactly cast using parentheses. Think of it like a magic spell. You declare the type and Java transforms into that. We should be more careful while doing these operations because typecasting makes your code flexible and ensures data compatibility. Go back to IntelliJ and try to understand how this casting works in Java. In this program, I'll be creating a class called casting example, and I have a main method called public static void main string args. Here I'll be creating two variables, both of type integer. Int total marks is equal to 455. Int subjects is equal to 6. Now let me typecast it. Int average 1 is equal to total marks divided by subject. System.out.println average marks without casting plus the variable we used to store the average 1. And now let's see what happens after typecasting. Double average 2 is equal to double of total marks divided by subjects. System.out.println average with typecasting plus average 2. Let us save this code and compile it and observe the results carefully. Average marks without typecasting is printed as 75 and average marks with typecasting is printed as 75.833333. This is a good example to understand typecasting. Depends on the programmer. If we need the values to be more precise, we need to typecast our variables. We have understood the concept of typecasting. Now let me give you one small practical question. I want all of you to convert an int into decimal and print it on the screen. Take whatever the value you like. Convert a double into an int and check what happens to the decimal part. And try casting long into a short and observe what exactly happens. This might be a small exercise, but they help you understand the concept in a more detailed way. If you like this video, please make sure you like, share and subscribe to our channel. Keep watching and keep supporting us, guys. If you have any problem regarding the tutorials, please drop a comment. I'm right here to help you guys. Thank you.